Yes! Alrighty! What's up, you beautiful bastards, and you great people out there in YouTube land and the internet land? It is I, your tribal god of Extreme, an 18-time Extreme Heavyweight Champion of the world, Peter Joseph here, for a cold, well, not too cold this time, but cold Wednesday night video. And it's Wednesday night. You know what that means. We got AEW Dynamite coming up at the top of the hour. Blood and Guts coming your way tonight from Greensboro, North Carolina. Oh, one of the Carolinas. But double ring, double cage battle of the men and the women. It's gonna be bloody. We're gonna see a lot of guts. People probably flying off the top of the cage. It's madness tonight. Gonna be crazy as shit. As the great man, you sir, Jay Briscoe, reach for the sky, boy. We got that. So, gonna be a great night. We got Powerhouse Will Hobbs taking on the Hangman Adam Page in a non-title affair. Maybe I think Adam Page is gonna do some cowboy shit on him, but we'll see what happens with that. And a whole lot more on your 2.5-hour cure for insomnia, and that is AEW Dynamite, because it is 2.5 hours tonight. Oh, God. We have to get through 2.5 hours of this madness. But we'll see what happens with all that. That's that. But anyway, thanks for watching right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down there in hell, otherwise known as the description box below. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one, because you miss anything, you suck. And you need to get slapped in the face because you sir, that are watching right now, because I know you are, you're SOL. You know what that means by now. If you don't know what it means, look it up. And also, if you want to, you can leave a comment on the video, or any one of my videos from the past, the present, and the future, Conan. And don't leave stupid comments. You get sent to that Shadow Realm, and you know what happens there. I don't think I need to tell you. But, yeah, you'll be hidden, you'll be blocked, you won't see the light of day. And that's pretty much it. You want to do you want to say stupid shit? Go to your channel that nobody really gives a fuck about. Well, anyway, moving on with that. But if you're gonna leave stupid comments, just go to your lame channel and do that shit, because you ain't gonna do it on mine. You don't like it, tough shit. Tough shit. Do it on your own time, because you ain't gonna do it on mine, because I got better things to do than to waste my time reading boring as fuck comments about me, because I don't give a fuck. So, you can hate me all you want, but where does it get you in the end? Nowhere. So, that's that. Alright, enough about that. Boo, funky. Hope you had a great day. It was another cold one. Not too cold today. Still near 50, but, you know, with the wind, it was like, ugh. It is what it is. Got my errands done. Got my shopping done. Done for the rest of the month. Now, just waiting for Turkey Day. That's Thanksgiving. So that's coming up in 2 weeks from tomorrow. God damn, it's coming fast. And the holiday season. 2 weeks to Thanksgiving, 6 weeks till level 49 and Christmas. And 7 weeks from tomorrow is, 7 weeks from tomorrow, I believe, is New Year's. So, we got 7 weeks away, about 7 weeks away from the end of the year. So about 49, maybe 50 days left of the year. So get your Christmas shopping done now. Now. Everything I'm saying now is happening right now. What happened then? You missed it. So don't get it done now. Don't even wait till Black Friday, because it's going to be insane that day, too. You wait till Christmas Eve, like morning, you might not get what you want. Because it might be sold out, who knows. But get it done, like, starting right now. Get it done now. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this cold Wednesday night, November the 12th, 2025, as we get ready for Blood and Guts coming up at 8 p.m. on the great stage of TBS. It is time, let's go back a little bit. It is time for your late, so far out of fucking date. AEW Collision review for way back November the 8th, 2025, and rating went up a little bit. Not too much, but it went up. 219 last week. Oy. I think it went up to like 240, close to 250, somewhere around that area. Anybody agree with me that Collision should be cut off? I'm just saying. Or at least put Ring of Honor. Then again, I was gonna say put Ring of Honor in that spot, but then again, you got the same fucking results. Or even worse. I don't know. I don't know what AEW's gonna do right now. Their ratings are pretty much where WWE's are right now, in the toilet. Even though SmackDown had a massive bump this past week with their with SmackDown went to 1.1 million views. Wow. Last week they did under 1 million. It was 993,000. Ouch! With SmackDown, and this is 2025. Woo! Wrestling has gotten really stale in the last 5, 10, maybe 15 years. Nobody wants to watch wrestling no more. I don't understand. There was a boom, and then back down the shitter it went. Not that many good storylines. We're still gonna watch because we've got nothing better to do, but I hope 2026 is a better year for professional wrestling, the sport of professional wrestling. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, let's get to Collision from the Bayou Music Center in Houston, Texas. Scared them Cowboys last week. And, as always, our commentary team, that guy has a great afro. I'm watching a match game, as well, on the Rich Man's TV. Is that the dude from, I think that's the dude, Robert, from, Welcome Back, Kotter. Not the guy who goes, ooh. Mr. Kotter! That's the guy, I think. I missed that show. Welcome back. John Travolta was on that show. A very young John Travolta at the time. I think it was around the time he did Saturday Night Fever. When he was a megastar, then he did an album. He's not a bad singer if you think about it, if you followed his career. He was not a bad singer. He had a decent, well, I have never listened to it, but I know he had one song, solo. Then he did some stuff with Olivia Newton-John with Grease, of course, that stuff. But not a bad singer. Great actor. Not a bad singer, though. But we move on. Alright, our commentary team on Collision every Saturday night. Tony Baloney Schiavone, and the man from England. He probably drinks a lot of Guinness, but his name is Nigel McGuinness, me love. He probably does drink a lot of Guinness. Who knows? I don't drink that shit, so. I drink real shit. Pepsi. By the way, if you're new here, grab yourself a nice cold one, put your feet up and enjoy the show, and welcome to the party, pal. I forgot to mention that, but I did my intro a little bit differently, so I didn't mention it. Subscribe and hit the bell. Well, I did say hit the bell, but I didn't mention, drink your drink. And all that good stuff. Moving on. Alright, Tony Baloney Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness Beloved on your commentary table for Collision, their go-home show before Blood and Guts tonight. And probably got more this week with the Blood and Guts Aftermath coming your way Saturday night on TNT. Alright, so we start with the opening sequence, we run down the card, and we start off with a tag team match, player. We got FTR, fuck the Revival, that's Dax the Axe Harwood and Cash. He's got a Glock! Wheeler, speaking of Glocks, they take on the Bang Bang Guns Up Gang, or if you're Mick Foley, bang! Sorry, Mick. Oh, it's okay. Did you have a nice day? Okay, yeah, I did. Thank you. Would you like a Dorito? No. I got my own. Sour cream on your pork rinds. No, it's not pork rinds, but yeah, more product placement. But no, Big. No, later I'll get them. Okay. They're very tasty. I know. Go hang out with Mikey Ripwreck. Maniac. Cactus! Oh no. What, Terry? Mr. Joseph, tell Cactus he's a fucking idiot. Why? Do as I say! No. I was oh god. I was a hardcore legend in Japan. Japan! #1! Forever! Okay. Terry, thank you. I'll tell him, okay? Not now, but later. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Anyway. Alright, so we had Austin Gunn and the Juice Robinson, taking on FTR. I think we saw Ace Austin somewhere. Anyway. Pretty decent match. The man who gets no hose, Stokely Hathaway's there as well. Pretty decent match. Nothing great came out of it. 14-minute match. Getting to the end, we go to after Austin comes in, cleans house, including busting out the old quick draw, whatever that is. And then Cash has got a Glock. Wheeler low bridged him to the floor. We go to break, come right back. Juice Robinson comes in, cleans house, including a leg lariat to Dax the Axe Harwood. Slingshot dive drops Cash Wheeler, but then Dax rolls through a high cross body, grabs the tights for an air fall. Well, grabs the underwear. Anyway. And then Bandito S.A., the Ring of Honor World Champion, and his brother, Gravity, the man that people forget. You thought they forgot Pac. Gravity's things you forget, you know, especially if you're on the moon. No, I'm kidding. Anyway. They go after Stokely, though they stop the super kick Cash Wheeler. Then that distraction led to a Fame-esser off the middle rope, staggering Dax the Axe Harwood, and a forward DDT. I think that's Juice's finisher. I forgot the name of it. In Japan, they used to use it for. But anyway, shockingly, the Bang Bang Gang got a win over FTR thanks to, well, half of Brodito, Bandito, and his brother Gravity. Guess what happens next? A tag team match, probably, with Bandito and his brother against FTR. And probably, you know, the big man, Brody King, will probably be around somewhere. So it's still leading up to Brodito and FTR at Full Gear. I hope we don't get a title change. Most likely we will, but I hope not. I like Brodito. They're funny, but I digress. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Kyle Fletcher, the TNT champion. He's all ready to beat up Ace Austin. That's where he is. He's getting ready for his match. Beat up Ace Austin later on. And the Funky Chicken Mark Briscoe at Full Gear. And then the Unified Champion, Kazuchika Okada. He comes in and says, we'll win and be Protocata! Protocata? I'm interested. Fletcher likes it, I think. Protocata. Could be worse. Could be worse. I mean, we could be Keshta or some shit. I don't know. So let's see what happens with that. I get a 2.5 out of 5 stars. So we get to the TNT title match. Fletcher versus Ace Austin. Not a bad match. We're getting to the end. A super hurricanrana plants Kyle, and a face plant gives Ace a near fall. Speaking of Ace, happy birthday, Tanahashi-san. Yes. 49 years old. Damn, he's older than me? He's like right near my age? Oh no! I didn't know. I thought it was more than 49. Shit. I'm getting old. I'm gonna be 49 soon, and he just turned 49. He's a legend. Well, I am too, so. We're both legends. But damn, I didn't know I thought it was 50-something at least. 52 at least, but, you know. You can say you look 55, but you really look like 30. You know, people say I look 30-ish, but, you know. Because I just got a baby face and a silver tongue. Right, ladies? But we got that. Moving along. Alright, so a Super Hurricanrana plants Fletcher, and a face plant gives Ace Austin a near fall. He goes for the fold. It missed. Fletcher long dodged him right into the corner, but Ace fights back. But another attempt at the fold is countered into a Blade Buster for a near fall. Then they trade kicks to head, and so Kyle takes him up top for a Super Brain Buster, like the Generico version, on the turnbuckle. 1, 2, 3 retains the TNT title. Great match, 3.25 out of 5 stars. Kyle retains the title. Hey, that rhymes. Kyle retains the title. There you go. We move on. Alright, after that, we're going to look at the Megasis. Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir joining forces to get into that women's tag team tournament, which they may win. I still think it might be my girl, Mina, and Timeless Tony Storm, darling bosom. We get that. Speaking of ladies, we got more ladies. Chris Cakelander, the AEW Women's Champion, thinks 12 belts whore Mercedes Moné has a lot of things that she'll never have, but she's focused, and she will follow Mercedes into blood and guts, and then on the Full Gear to beat her once and for all. We hope. We hope. It's 1-1, I believe, in that series. So, Cakelander Mercedes 3 in a tree at Full Gear for, I think, the AEW Women's title. I don't think it's for both belts, but I wish it was, but I don't think it is. So we get that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then the Don Callis family, they want the Death Riders to destroy Mark Briscoe and offer them favors for a job well done. What kind of favors? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Knowing Don Callis, you know how Don is. 69 me, Don! Save me! Creepy. Creepy there, Kenny. By the way, tonight is Wednesday. Wednesday nights I get to stay up late, watch Kenny Omega while I masturbate. Hey, Mama, I get to watch the show. Meltzer says I'm in the key demo. Meltzer says I'm in the key demo. Yeah. That's my singing for tonight. Thank you. Anyway. Alright then. John Moxley! Not very interested in that. And then they stare at each other for like five minutes. Like Tony Khan. I will never blink! Please watch my show tonight! It's gonna be a great show, guys! Blood and Guts tonight is gonna be amazing! I want you to watch tonight at 8 o'clock on that great station of TBS. It's gonna be great! Now I'm gonna go snort some cocaine. Thank you! That guy never blinks. Tony Khan. You still owe me a job, fucker. You too, Hunter. And Hickenbottom and Nick Khan, man. They owe me a job, I'm just saying. Just saying. So if you follow them on Twitter, please, for the love of God, DM them and say, hey, you got a guy in New York, has a YouTube channel, does pretty good, talks a lot of wrestling, he's very knowledgeable, very smart. Give him a chance. And then you get a hot Puerto Rican lassie in Puerto Rico that knows her stuff too. Me and Issa would just run amok in WWE or AEW. Well, her maybe, I don't know about her, but I'd run amok in AEW, Ring of Honor, or New Japan. Not so much, maybe NXT. But Issa would probably just be a backstage interviewer and look good. Because she does. But I don't know if Issa could write the fucking show. I mean, come on. She could. I think any of us could write WWE or AEW these days. Shit. But I digress. Alright, so we'll see what happens with the Don Callis family trying to get the Death Riders to destroy Mark Briscoe. I don't know what's going to happen, but asking for favors, not a great idea. Alright, then we get to TJ, Anna Jay, the woman with a fat ass and mean attitude, and Ty Conti, or Ty Mello, that's the Spanish god, Sammy Guevara's hot wife. So TJ they originally were supposed to take on Miranda Alizé and Tegan Nox, but we all know the story with that one, where Tegan Nox and Miranda Alizé walked out of AEW and Ring of Honor because they didn't want to lose. I mean, really? I mean, nothing wrong with, walking out just because you don't want to get, you got squashed in 3 minutes, basically, to Marina and Megan Bayne in the first round of the tournament. And then you come into work the following week, and then you're like, okay, you're going to lose to TJ. I mean, I understand their concern. Well, really, Tegan Nox's beef. I mean, Miranda really doesn't care. So another thing that Tony Khan fucked up, Miranda Alizé, who was such a indie darling on the indie circuit and in Ring of Honor a couple years ago. She got to the finals of the Ring of Honor Women's Title Tournament, which Sumi Sakai won. Then my girl Kelly Klein, remember her? Yeah, my sweetheart Kelly Klein, won. But Miranda was in the finals. And then Roxy won it at one point. I think near when was that? 2019, 2020-ish, right around the pandemic, before Roxy joined NXT. She fought Miranda Alizé in I think it was a tournament, I forget. But anyway, that match was actually pretty damn good. So everybody thinks that Miranda Alizé is just garbage. Yeah. But this whole thing with them walking out because they didn't want a job, I think it's a little bit petty. I think it's petty for them. I don't care who you are. I mean, you could be the greatest person in the whole wide world. You come in, and then, hey. Yeah, we're gonna have you debut against Mox, and you're gonna get your ass kicked. I'm like, well, at least it's my, it sucks because it's my debut. I lose to Mox, of all people, but. And then the next week, I'm losing, someone like, Darby! I'm like, nah, I don't want to lose to Darby. I mean, my second match in the company, I'm losing to Darby? Dude, I would have a grief. I'm like, why am I losing? I lose to Mox, that's one thing. Darby? I'm getting paid for this? Anyway, you better give me some more incentives here. I don't want to lose 2 weeks in a row, especially with Mox and Darby. It's like losing to William Yuta. Oh, if I would have came in and lost my first match to Mox, then next week lose to William Yuta, I would really tell Tony Khan to shove the money up his ass. He wouldn't care, but I'm like, I thought you want me to be a big star. Why didn't you sign me then? Makes no sense to me, Tony Khan. So yeah, I feel bad for Tegan and Miranda now. I don't know where they're gonna go. Tegan says she's gonna wrestle, I think, one more year and then she's done with wrestling. That's really dumb. I'm gonna wrestle for one more year and I'm done! Yeah, you'll say that a year from now, and then a year later you're like, oh, I got the itch. I gotta get back to wrestling. I miss my friends. But Miranda, I feel bad for Miranda, man. She got shafted twice by Tony Khan. Shit. So I don't know what Miranda's gonna do. If she's gonna go back to the indie circuit, be a big star there. I would say Miranda Alizé go to WWE, but who knows if Hickenbottom and Hunter would actually use you properly. They fucked up Tegan Nox. So maybe it's not a great idea to go there. Maybe go to Japan. Maybe Mr. Obali-san would do something. I don't know. Maybe go to Stardom. Not go to Japan. Well, Japan-ish. Well, Japan, whatever it is. Go to Stardom or go to... if Shimmer's still around. I think Shimmer's still around. Go to Shimmer or Shine. Go somewhere. Go to Puerto Rico. They'll love you there. Or go to Mexico. Not Triple A, so maybe CMLL, but then again, you gotta work with Tony Khan, so maybe Triple A would be a better idea. But I don't like the situation that happened. I think it was petty that both of them walked out. Because they didn't want a job. You're still getting paid. Who gives a fuck? But anyway, so Anna Jay and Ty Mello take on Hyan the Huntress, used to be in Shimmer and Shine, and Maya World from TNA, who used to be in TNA. And decent match, under 2 minutes suck fest. And TJ get the win after a Gory Bomb knee to face, or go to hell. So Gory Bomb into the go to hell, finishes off Hyan the Huntress in under 2 minutes. That was it. Done. Or as we say in the business, filler match. We get that. Alright, so 2 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get the Ring of Honor Forever Champion, getting really close to 1,100 days as Ring of Honor Forever Champion. Athena, she is pissed, I wonder why, about getting pinned by Holly Cameron on Dynamite last week. And guess what? Harley is getting a Ring of Honor Women's title match later this month. Probably at Full Gear, if not on Ring of Honor television. You think Harley's gonna win? Fuck no. I love her, but no. I think the only person that can probably beat Athena is either Deonna Purrazzo, Mercedes Moné, God forbid I said that. I don't know why I did, but it probably will be. Or, I said this for 3 years now, Billy fucking Starks. There's 3 people I can only think of. Nobody there in Ring of Honor can beat Athena. Because Athena's done laps around the women's division. She's the female Roman Reigns. And if that upsets Issa so much, then I'm sorry, but it's true. She is doing basically a Roman Reigns-like title reign. She doesn't defend the belt that much, doesn't appear that much, and she's held the title for almost as long as Roman. She's the female Roman. Even though Roman has more aura than Athena, but that's just no story for another time. Alright, so she talks about that, but it's time for blood and guts and some pain. Prediction? Pain. And retaining her forever title, which she most likely will against Harley Cameron. Unless Willow gets involved, then maybe, but I doubt it. Get that. Alright, then we get the final, we get the second match in the Women's Advantage Series. So we got the beautiful Sky Blue with Julia Hart, my girl Julia Hart at ringside, the Sisters of Sin. She takes on Daphne from Scooby-Doo! And that's Jamie Hayter. Sky's team's up 1 match to none, and she wins the match. They get the advantage. But did not happen, as Jamie Hayter hits Haterade in 10 minutes, gets the win, so it is now 1-1 going into the final match. So winner of that gets the women's advantage in Blood and Guts. Sorry. So we got that. And we move on. Match was actually decent. 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Thekla, the Spider Lady Thekla, joins Sky Blue and Julia Hart in the Trio of Madness. They come out for a beatdown, but then Holly and the Western Fun Girl, Willow Nightingale, bam! They come out and make the save. Obviously. But then Thekla stays at ringside, as well as Holly, to go to match number 3 in the Women's Advantage Series. The winner of this match, like I said, gets the advantage, the Women's Advantage, the 2-on-1 advantage in the cage tonight. Pretty much a decent match, nothing great. 12 minutes. A sling blade gives Holly a near fall, and then she headbutts Thekla into the tree of woo! For some running drop kicks, Tommy Dreamer-like style. Tommy Dreamer. But doesn't really go anywhere because Thekla does her spider thing. Creepy. And she hits a spear. 1, 2, 3. And her team gets the advantage in Blood and Guts. So there you go. So it'll start with both teams 1-on-1, and then I think it's like every 3 or 5 minutes, somewhere around that. I think that's it. The next person will come in, so it'll be a 2-on-1 handicap match. Basically like War Games, but with the cage this time. So just emulating, copying WWE's version of War Games, and technically copying WCW's version is with the cage. WWE does not have the cage on the top, which makes it more fun. But even though both matches are probably going to have people going on top of the cage and somebody's going to get thrown off, probably Darby in the men. I'm going to get thrown off the cage, guys, because I love you guys. I love breaking my back for you guys. I come from Seattle. I live in my car. I weigh 150 pounds. Hi, guys. Maniac. Anyway. Alright, so I gave Thekla and Holly 2.25 out of 5 stars. That was it. Alright, now we get Jet Speed, Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight. They're not done with FTR yet. I'm not done with you yet! Okay, Braun Strowman. By the way, watch his show after SmackDown. It's called Eat Everything on the Menu. Great show. Got great ratings for the first 2 episodes, so watch it. Because I said so. Now, you probably won't watch it because you're out at the club or doing whatever you're going to do. I'll watch it on live or watch it on DVR if I'm going out on a Friday night, but most Friday nights I'm basically home with the missus, or out. Sometimes I'm out, but, you know. Next weekend, I will be out all weekend, because I got a long weekend of concerts and festivities. It's going to be insane next weekend. Not 1, but 2 concerts back to back. Saturday and Sunday. I'm seeing great people. You wish you could do that, but you can't. So, you think I don't go out? I prove it. So, below me, because you'll be thinking about me. I won't be thinking about you, because I don't care about you. Alright, so Jet Speed not done with FTR. They're ready to be in the Casino Gauntlet match for the new national title. So we'll see what happens with that. We move on with that. Alright, then Anthony Bowens insists that the Acclaimed are done. Right? And he and Max Caster will both be at the Tailgate Brawl at Full Gear. But then Tony Khan, somebody call Tony Khan? Tony Khan insists that there is more interest in them working together. Therefore, that's what will happen at the Tailgate Brawl. They're going to team up against I don't know who. And then they start bickering again. Like, I got to team with you again! Fuck! Can they coexist? I don't know. I think they're going to get back together and they're going to reform the Acclaimed. So more scissoring coming up probably by the end of the year or into next year. It is what it is. Yeah, my hair is getting there. 40, almost 50, and my hair is just about to go. But I still look good. For you ladies. I know, I wish I had long hair down to my ass. Play the loudest, fastest rock and roll I could. By the way. 9 Inch Nails, bitches. This is the Wish shirt off their first album. Yes, the same album that Hurt came on. I hate saying it, but Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt, amazing. I like the original version too, but don't get me wrong on that. But Johnny Cash, God bless your mighty soul. He really did that song its justice. Probably one of the best covers of all time. I didn't say the best, I said one of the best. There's a lot of good covers. Some really bad ones. Motley Crue! Not that song, not Smoking in the Boys' Room. The other one. You know it. Some of you don't, but some of you. Oh, okay. They did a cover of, I think it was Madonna. I think it was Papa Don't Preach or something. They covered it, they butchered it so bad. Ugh. I'm like, why did you do that? No wonder the last album stunk. Not I was gonna say, Saints of Los Angeles, but that's a good album, but I'm talking about the first, I think, the one with John 5 on it, the first actual studio album with John 5. That came out with, I think, what's the song called? Dogs of War, or Doggy Dog, something like that. That album stunk so bad. And I like John 5. I'm not saying his guitar playing was bad, I'm just saying the entire album sold garbage. Felt like John Corabi when Vince Neil got fired. That album with John Corabi stunk. Even though Hooligan's Holiday was a great song, but the rest of the album was just shit. But, yeah. The album with John 5 on it, not great. Sometimes, if you want to just say, you're done. You're done. But, you come back and like, hey, well, we're going to go on tour for 15 more years on our farewell tour, Kiss. Motley Crue doing the same thing. It's like, oh, we're done. We're done touring. Mick Mars is done touring, because he can't tour no more. He can't even stand up. Poor guy. But Motley Crue's still going strong, supposedly. Iron Maiden's just going berserk. They said they were going to hang it up. Well, I think Dave Murray said he was done touring. I don't know if that's true or not, but Iron Maiden's still touring. They got a 2026 tour all lined up already. I went to the last one. They were in New York. That show was amazing. I mean, seeing Eddie the Stormtrooper, like, like towering over fucking Bruce Dickinson. I'm like, kill him! No, kidding. But, you know, Eddie. And then when you go to see Disturbed, you have the guy. That's the name of Skelly, basically. It's called the guy. I call him Skelly, but even though Skelly 2.0. But, you know. Seeing that guy on the album covers, and, you know, if you buy Megadeth albums, you see Skelly. Or Scully. Skelly, whatever. Tomato. Good shit. But, yeah. Some covers are not great. And certain bands need to like hang it up pretty soon, but you know they just want to kick ass. Most of them are nostalgic acts now. When's the next album coming out? Guns N' Roses. They've been on tour for so long, on and off. They haven't had a new album since Chinese Democracy. How sad is that? How long do we have to wait from freaking Spaghetti Incident to Chinese Democracy? Like 13 years? Something like that? We're waiting another 13! What's wrong, Axl? Oh, we had a couple of new songs in the set. Oh, great. What, no new album? No new studio album? What the fuck? Same thing with Van Halen. Before Eddie died. Sadly, you know. It took so long from Van Halen 3. Well, technically, the Greatest Hits Volume 1 album and the box set, which had new stuff, but not really much new stuff, but whatever. It took so long for them to do a final album with Eddie, but it was with Eddie and Wolfgang and not the original Van Halen, and that album tanked so bad. New Tattoo. Ugh. I mean, great to see Diamond Dave sing with, you know, Van Halen again. You know, Eddie's playing is epic, and then Wolfgang, we all know, is an epic guy on the bass and guitar. But then after that album, they were just touring here, you know, playing the old Van Halen hits. And then you have Sammy Hagar with his, you know, with Michael Anthony and, well, then John Bonham. I don't know why they didn't kick him out. They say, we don't want to play with you anymore. Sucks to be you. Now they got Joe Satriani. They're playing old Van Hagar hits, which is great. Because I think Van Hagar is way better than Van Roth. And Van Sharon. You know, Gary Sharon had that one album, which is Van Halen 3, which wasn't great. I was like, hey, Gary, you want to play on an album with us? Sure. We'll call it Van Halen 3. Don't suck. I don't know. But at least Iron Maiden made a new album. All these other bands that are on tour now, like they're doing the nostalgic tours, haven't heard one peep of a new album. Poison. At least Def Leppard had a new album. Not saying people like Joan Jett and Lita. I think Lita had a new one out, but I forget. But anyway, Lita Ford's out on tour. Joan Jett's on tour, but that's nostalgia stuff. I mean, they might have new stuff out, but it's like box set stuff. I don't mind that. I want like one final album at least. Give the hardcore fans what we want. Kiss didn't even do that. I mean, their last album was Monster, which was like 5-7 years ago, something like that. I don't remember when it came out, but that wasn't even that great. The last studio album with the current lineup. The last studio album with the old lineup, I believe, was Psycho Circus. That was a good album, though. Underrated, but still good. Monster wasn't good, and the one before that wasn't even that great. With Modern Day Delilah. I think it's that one, or the Monster was that one, I forget. But, anyway. Okay, I'm going off a tangent, but whatever. Alright, so we'll see what happens with Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. They can coexist once again at Tailgate Brawl at Full Gear. And that's that. Alright, got a Full Gear rundown. You know, the camera on commentary was on commentary instead of the graphics. Oops! That's bad production. Alright, then we get a video for the Hangman, Adam Page, and Samoa Joe 2 at Full Gear for the AEW World title. And hyping up Adam Page versus Powerhouse Will Hobbs at Blood and Guts coming up tonight. And we also find out that, woo, that Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and one of his arch rivals, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, are going to be at Blood and Guts this evening. Of course, they're in Carolina. Why not? We got that. Alright, then we go to the main event of the evening, the Men's Advantage Series. Match number 3. This is for the Advantage. John Moxley takes on Roddy! Roddy's rocking strong. Crazy match. Went 18 minutes. A lot of interference. Kyle O'Reilly, Marina Shafir gets involved. She spit at her husband. Oh, that ain't gonna fly in the bedroom. You spit at me! I ain't gonna fuck you. Oh, shit. You sit on the couch now. Ha. Sucks to be you, Roddy. Anyway, moving on. Kyle O'Reilly! He stops that, but he gets cut up by William Yuta, and that earned him get your ass out of here, William Yuta, because William Yuta's the type of guy that comes out and fucks up and he gets kicked out. That's the type of guy he is. So then the bastard Pac kicks Roddy right in the face, but that only gets a near fall. Moxley grabs a cross arm breaker, which Roddy quickly escaped from. Pac blows up a table at ringside, but then Roddy takes care of Danny Garcia, the dancing fool. He puts him through the table instead, and then he full Nelson slam sends Moxley onto the ring steps. Ow! And then somebody from underneath the ring grabbed Moxley's leg. I wonder who that could be. And Roddy wins by countout. Alright, Roddy gets the win, and Team Darby get the advantage in Blood and Guts. So we got that 18-minute match. Decent for what it was, 3 out of 5 stars. Then after the match, we see underneath the ring, it's, "Hi guys, it's me, Darby. I was hiding under the ring." With his taser. Woo! And he tased the living shit out of freaking Pac. And he's like, tease you with the taser. Come on, Mox. Come on. I'm gonna tase you again. Ha ha ha. Creepy fuck. And then Mox is like, oh shit, they got the taser. Basically, for the I Quit match. No, not the I Quit match. I don't think they're doing anything at Full Gear. I think. I gotta look up the Full Gear card. But anyway. But yeah, Darby and his taser just hyping up Blood and Guts. So, you know tonight is going to be insane. Like last year's was. I think Darby threatened to burn Jungle Jack Perry to death. And Matt Jackson had to basically surrender for his team because he didn't want to see Jack Perry get lit up again like he did before, a long time ago. So Darby got a title match out of that, something like that. But whatever, we'll get a match. So we'll see what craziness happens tonight in Blood and Guts. It's gonna be bloody. It's gonna be violent. Just the way we like it. And we'll see what happens tonight with that. Alright, as far as Collision goes, not a bad show, but I still gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think of Collision this past Saturday night. And like Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. And that's basically it. Alright, I will be back later tonight with your NXT review over on my other channel, my Peter Joseph channel. And probably we'll talk about, We'll talk about Blood and Guts tomorrow night because I will be out all day tomorrow because I got errands to run. I got other things to do. So I'm not going to be around most of the day tomorrow. But tomorrow night I will. Late tomorrow night because, like I said, I got errands to run. I got doctor appointments. It's insane. So we got all that. But we'll talk about Blood and Guts tomorrow. Live edition of TNA tomorrow night as well, along with Ring of Honor, and that's not live, but Ring of Honor tomorrow. We'll talk about TNA and Ring of Honor Friday afternoon, and then get you ready for SmackDown, which should be an interesting show. And then, that's it. We got the weekend. We got nothing really to do this weekend. Next weekend, we'll talk about, Full Gear. Actually, this Friday night, Friday night, we got, Turning Point from TNA. We'll talk about that on the TNA review. And then that's it. Next week is Full Gear. And then we'll get ready for Thanksgiving. And then after Thanksgiving, we'll talk about Survivor Series. Get you ready for that. And then December is going to be a big month with Final Resolution from TNA. We got Ring of Honor Final Battle. And then Deadline, December the 6th. Saturday Night's Main Event, December the 13th. And then the final pay-per-view of the year that we can actually talk about. And that's World's End, December the 27th. That's a Saturday. So, final pay-per-view of the year coming in about a month and change. About 7 weeks. 7 weeks. I was right. 6 weeks. No. 6 weeks. I don't know. I can't count. 6 weeks till the final pay-per-view of the year for AEW. And the final shows of the year, basically. So we got that. We move on with that. But like I said, after December 23rd, I will not be doing videos, so no, well, I would do a Christmas video, that's it. So, probably on Christmas Eve or Christmas, I'll do my final video of the year, and maybe I'll do that and the predictions for World's End, and then that'll be it. As far as review, Monday Night Raw, NXT, up till New Year's Eve, nothing. So after Christmas, I'm done for the year, and I'll be back after the ball drops on January 1st, 2026, was my first video of the year. Then we can talk about, I'll do a video just hyping up what happened last year. Talk a little bit AEW, a little bit WWE stuff. Not reviews per se. I'll just mention a few things, and then what's to come in 2026 for all the major promotions and shit like that. So, we get that. Alright, let's get to AEW, guys. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Once again, 6.5 out of 6.5 out of 10 stars for Collision. Let me know what you guys think down below, and that's pretty much it. Alright, time for Blood and Guts! Until next time, watch. Peace.